In searching for the NFL's hottest cheerleaders, we traveled from San Diego to Philadelphia, from Miami to LA. But our first stop was deep in the heart of Texas, where the legends of the Old West live on. And one of the greatest legends packs pom-poms instead of pistols, the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
Smile when you say that, mister.
Before the Cowboys cheerleaders started, cheerleading was strictly pyramids, stunts, chants, and rah-rah. And what Dallas started and innovated was dancing, beautiful, glamorous, sexy women on the sidelines, something new, something different to the NFL. We're not California and we're not the East Coast. We are Texas. And there's something big and beautiful about Texas and Texas women.
I think because everybody says the prettiest girls are in Dallas, so that makes me feel pretty good.
Another tradition for the Dallas cheerleaders that's shared by other squads is the annual calendar shoot.
Maintain that same attitude, but I want the camera melted and eyes open and into the camera intensely. Good shot. A little bit more calendar girl look on the face.
Well, I think you have to be glamorous to get people's attention. You know, you've got to first make people look at you and then listen to you and then respect everything else you stand for. Next is a uniform shot, same girl.
So let me run.
Scurry.
I think the best part about this calendar shoot is just the spontaneity. There's nothing stale about these pictures. There's a lot of life in everything that's happened on film.
I love showing off in public. I'm kind of a clown. I like being laughed at, and I always have been at school and everything. The funnest thing to me about doing this calendar shoot has been coming out to this big western town. A lot of people always think of Texas and Dallas as we talk like this and we have boots on and we wear chaps every day and we ride horses to work. But it's not like that. It's just like every place else. We got a big city and then you have your little towns. But I think it's kind of neat that we're doing our calendar in the cowboy tradition.
It's like a dream come true for me. I've been waiting years and years for this kind of moment. Making the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders in the public all the time. It's just something that's just like a little girl's dream to me. And I have waken up. I'm not real good at sultry.
She's too cute.
I think you have to have a positive attitude, a lot of energy, be able to really pump the fans up and cheer the Cowboys on. And I just think it's a lot to do with goodness in your heart.
I can't even believe I was picked to be on the calendar shoot.
All last year I sat up in the stands with my little binoculars and I looked at all the cheerleaders and I felt like I knew them. But now, personally, getting to know them, it's really been a special time for me.
I was a little girl and I dreamed of becoming one. If I saw one, I would have gone crazy, but I never got to meet one. But I sure watched them and I loved them.
A lot of people say that when I tell them that I'm an accountant, they don't believe it because it's not anything about my personality at all. And they think of an accountant, you know, little glasses and sitting on a desk with a pencil. And so every woman wants to feel, you know, sexy, wants to feel beautiful. When you feel beautiful, when you feel sexy, when you feel like you have that appeal, it makes you really, really want to put out more energy and which makes a better performance.
I think the weirdest thing that happened was laying in that trough over there with all the hay and all the bugs crawling on me. We're sitting there trying to look sexy, but it wasn't working. Cheerleaders are fantasies to people. They don't think that they're real. They think that they're untouchable. They think that they're bigger than life. Well, I like to think that I'm bigger than life. I try to make people think that I'm a real enthusiastic person, and when I come into a room, I like people to to jump back. But when people meet us, they see how down to earth we are.
It's like when you were a little kid in kindergarten and you'd see your teacher at the grocery store. You think, oh my gosh, she goes grocery shopping. But I mean, she's a person too. It's just the same type fantasy, I think.
What I do for a living is teach 4th grade. Teach wonderful little children. I love it. But they know that, you know, on the weekend, hey, Miss Rouse is the cheerleader. And really it started out just as a joke with my students. You know, I said, you need to go out and try for stuff. And they said, well, Miss Rouse, you know, you put your money where your mouth is. And so I told them on a Friday, I said, okay, Miss Rouse is trying out for Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. And I came back on Monday never thinking that I would make it, and I did. And they just screamed and went crazy.
It's so self-gratifying to know that there have been so many girls before me go through the same thing I've gone through. And those girls are still out there watching to make sure we're doing the same things they did.
Give me a little bit more flirtation with the eyes and with the body language. Good.
I am definitely the type of person who loves to perform in public. I mean, I've always been a little entertainer in the family. If there's ever a song to sing, I would always get up and sing a little song, do a little dance. We don't try to be overly sexy. We really try to just be ourselves and let a little bit of sexiness, I guess you could say, roll in there. I'm very sensitive, very honest. What you see is what you get. I like people to be honest with me. I'm your friend to the end. That's how I am. So I'm just Amy.
This ring is something that you work real hard for, and it is based on tradition. And having maybe 500 girls in the whole world that are wearing this same ring, it's the only thing you take with you when you leave. You don't take the uniform, you don't take, this is what you take in your memories. And every time I look at my finger, I'm very happy.
3, 2, 1, action.
Go!